checking out my new to me 18 or 20 foot, something like that, PJ car trailer. I picked this up from my cousin's husband, used it to haul something home, and decided, you know what, I think I want to keep it. So today we're going to be adding new trailer brakes. I went through this hub already, but we're going to be adding new trailer brakes and going over the lights. So stay tuned, should be a good time. I already got this side off, so now we're just going to install a brand new electronic brake. Pretty excited, let's go. So these brakes come ready to go. They're electronic, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Just kind of checking things out. Looks like we have a crossover here, and looks like we got a cross. This wire is coming from our trailer plug. So we've got blue as brake, white as ground. This will be the wires for the new brakes, and this appears to be a crossover. Looks like it crosses through that axle tube, and yeah, comes out on this side. So that's cool. So what we're gonna do there is I'll be able to replace that and then tie everything together, and it'll run right under the axle, and we'll be able to have brakes on both sides. So I think I'm gonna do all the wiring before I put the nuts on this this brake. So I'm gonna go grab some tools and we'll get back and we'll do some wiring. This is kind of getting back to the summer of buy once, cry once. You know, it's been interesting because I've always kind of been a person that just fix and fix and fix, and I'm never done fixing stuff, it seems like. So this year, with my life, or with my mantra of buy once, cry once, I guess the one thing that's been super that I've noticed is just peace of mind. You know, I'm not worried about as much stuff anymore, because it's like, okay, yep, I spent the money, I did it right the first time. You know, I don't have anything to worry about. And that has been huge. I mean, I can't even explain how not being stressed out about stuff has helped. And I think it's also been a way I think I've saved money doing this, because you know, I buy it right the first time. You know, yeah, I pay a little bit more up front, but I don't have to replace anything near as often, and I had the right thing the first time. You know, previously I spent so much time and money just where I'd you know, buy something to try to save a little bit. I'd try it, it wouldn't work, I couldn't return it, or it would break, and I'd end up spending the money and buying the other thing, you know, again. As where this time I've bought the right thing right from the start, and it's been so much easier. The sticker shock is a little tough, but you know what? It's been good. I've learned a lot doing things this way, and I think it's helped. All right, so I'm going to go blue to the red wire, because I think the only thing it makes a difference on is right here. So we're going to go white with black. Get that guy in there, and crimp her down tight. We'll go red on blue because that's going to be our energized wire. So now I'll just have to hook it up the same way on the, what would be the passenger side. And we'll be good to go. We'll get our heat shrink warmed up and sealed. We'll move on to the other side. Now, if I was thinking, I'd have cleaned up this spindle before I put the hub on. Oh well. Do it on the next side. I'll tell you what though, sure, I do like how these companies now are making complete hub assemblies and selling them. Man, that's been awesome. They come pre-greased, everything's all included, ready to go. You know, so many times I used to just have like spare bearings and races and I'd drive around with them, and now you don't have to. You know, if you blow a hub on the side of the road, you can just swing into a trailer shop and they've already got the stuff ready to go. Alright, that's a brake installed. I'm gonna clean this up, polish it up, and we'll slide the brand new hub on. Look at that. Nice and shiny, and you can see all the grease already in there. Go ahead and slide that into place. How about that? Look at that, it even came with new lug nuts, an extra dust cap, all the different cotter pins. The different keepers. These things, tell you what, that's pretty cool. I like that. Find the right way to get. All right, so here's how we're checking these hubs. I'm turning this nut until I can't turn the hub. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my wrench. And I'm gonna go back a quarter turn. I'm gonna check it again. Nice and free. So now we're gonna take our keeper here and install that. And I like how that looks. Everything rolls nice. We're not even gonna mess with it. We're gonna tap this guy in here. Okay, we're gonna go get a hammer maybe and tap that out. Here we go. Take my grease gun here, and even though it says it's pre-greased, I'm just gonna give it a few more. Just so that way you know it's done. Perfect. Now we'll put that little cap in. Repeat the process on the other side. Whenever you buy something used, you know, you kind of got to have a little bit of knowledge of how to fix some stuff, because you never know what kind of condition it's going to be in. You know, not everybody takes awesome care of their stuff, you know, and with this trailer, I mean, it looks like the guy greased it pretty regularly. One hub, the bearings were shot. And then when I went and looked at the other one, you can tell that this thing hasn't had working brakes in quite a while. And I've met me, and I tend to overdo it sometimes, so I like to make sure that my trailers have brakes. Now that we got our hubs on and everything's good there, I got 2 tires that are still holding air, so I'm gonna put those on just for safety. These 2 are shot, as you can see. So I went ahead and checked the lights. All my lights work except for the 2 amber fender markers that are broken, and the brakes all worked, so I just did that. I needed to get a new end, so I just tested all these. Blue was brakes, white's ground, tails and turns all worked, so we're good to go. I'm just gonna go pick up a new connector, hook that up, replace those 2 amber marker lights, and see if I can't find 2 more tires, and we're gonna have a operating trailer again. We just got back from town. I picked up the 7-pin trailer plug, and I picked up my my little helper there. He's gonna help this project go smooth. But I'll show you guys how to rewire a trailer plug. It's pretty straightforward. First thing we're gonna start with is taking this plug apart. Half the work was already done because the old plug was broken, so I didn't even have to take it apart. Take this little keeper screw out here. I try not to take it all the way out. And this piece just pops out like that. And if you look, it's already got all the colors on here. Brown, black, green, red, white, blue. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll hook this up. Now if you remember earlier, I tested all these to make sure they all worked, and they did. which is going to make this next part very easy. All we're going to do is clip these wires off where they're good, and we'll strip them, and then install them in the new plug, and away we'll go. Right, Bubba Bear? Right. These auto clicking wire strippers are kind of handy. Not super fast though, so we'll save those for a little later. We'll go back to using the old trusty Leatherman. What? Before you strip these, slide the plug body over the wires. It'll make the job a whole lot easier. Now you can just go wild and strip away all the insulation. And now it's just a matter of putting the wires where they say to go. Let me see. So we have brown, we have green, we have white, we have blue, so let's start with that. Snug that guy down. Had to consult my diagram that, as you can see, I printed that in 2012. So I've had this I've carried this with me for since I was in high school, and I laminated it, but yeah, I keep that handy. So this thing, what it says is red, is going to be our yellow. Everything else matched up. Yeah, you see that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened? You know, not much scares me anymore. And nothing scares me like when I hear my toddler go, uh-oh. You parents know that is Probably the most terrifying sound out there. All right, we're just gonna snug all these guys down. Pop our plug back together. Tighten that up. Tighten up our safety stop plug. And that's one more step done. There you go. Now we're gonna just pop in some new side marker lights and this trailer's ready to go. Ready to start taking it on some adventures.